What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken, and as promised, I am here to deliver to you the Shout Studios Scream Factory news for the month of December. So we've got some new announcements, and Scream Factory just keeps, Shout Factory as well, just keeps dropping bombs. Like, I feel like the last couple of months have been massive months for the label, because this month, guys, they've got something like 9 4Ks coming out. They've got box set releases. They've got a lot of new Blu-rays as well. Like, I don't know, guys, like Shout Factory, Scream Factory, like they're putting in some work. Now are they titles that everybody necessarily wants? That's to be determined. Let me know in the comment section below. But there are two. I'll go ahead and say it. I don't pre-order from Scream Factory, the actual website, a ton, but I did pre-order 2 titles in this slate. So that should just go to show you how excited I am for these titles that are in the slate. I don't think I've pre-ordered anything from the actual Scream Factory website since Killer Clowns from Outer Space. But yeah, guys, before we get into it, let me make this bigger, guys. Let's just get into this. Let's not waste any time. Before I get into this, hit the subscribe button. You know, we talk about physical media on this channel, Blu-rays, 4Ks, owning the movies that you love, all that stuff there behind me every single day. I go over the Scream Factory, Shout Factory announcements, or Shout Studios. Sorry, guys, I keep messing that up. We do Arrow announcements. We do Criterion. We do reviews on this channel. I do a physical media report every single Monday where I just kind of group all the news together and deliver it to you guys, regurgitate it to you guys. So hit the subscribe button if you're a lover of physical media. Also hit the like button. Let me know of this slate. What are you the most excited about? Because like I said, I feel like I'll be better at the top. Like I said, this is a hell of a month. Like, this is really a hell of a month for Shout Factory, Scream Factory. What a way to close out 2024. Same with Arrow Video. Like, they had an incredible month as well. But let's go ahead and get into it, guys. We're gonna try to get into the nitty gritty of these releases. I know with Scream Factory, Shout Studio, sometimes like they don't always let you know what the special features are like initially. So we'll try to, go release by release and see what they got. Let's start with the gift. I'm just going to go in order. Let's start with the gift. This is a Sam Raimi film. I had heard that Arrow Video was supposed to do a Blu-ray box set of this, or just a Blu-ray of this at some point. I thought it might be announced in December, but it wasn't. So I'm sure that will probably be a UK release if that does come out. But yeah, Sam Raimi's The Gift. I actually think, now I could be wrong, that this will be the first time this is out on Blu-ray and then 4K in the States. I think it got a Australian imprint release, so it does have a Blu-ray. But I think for the first time in the US, this is going to be put out on Blu-ray and 4K. So that's pretty cool. I mean, the only thing I know about this movie is it's got Katie Holmes in it, and she shows her boobs. And the only reason I know that is because I used to be a huge fan of Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, and they say that in that movie. So, but is this a good movie? Other than that, let me know in the comment section below. But it's got a hell of a cast. It's got Giovanni Ribisi, who is just the cinematographer in was it Strange Darling? Yeah, I think it was Strange Darling. You got Keanu Reeves, Katie Holmes, Kate Blanchett, Greg Kinnear. I know Katie Holmes probably shows her boobs to Keanu Reeves. That's definitely what happens. Hilary Swank, like, that's an incredible cast. That is $35.99. Now, I will say, guys, with these 4Ks, they're going to be more expensive on the actual Scream Factory, Shout Factory website. They'll be available to pre-order on Amazon probably pretty soon, if they're not now. If they are available, I'll have them all linked down below on Amazon because they will be cheaper. But if not, I will have the Shout Factory, Scream Factory links down below instead. But $35.99. The good thing about ordering from the Shout Factory website directly, which is why I did this for the 2 titles I got, is because you'll get it early in most cases. Like, you'll get it like a week or so early in the mail. So the gifts on 4K, let's see what we're digging into here. This is a new 2024 4K restoration presented in Dolby Vision. You got a new audio commentary here with film critic Megan Navarro. You got a new audio commentary with film critics Alexandra Heller-Nicholas and Josh Nelson. So 2 new audio commentaries. On disc 2 on the Blu-ray, you have a new 2024 4K restoration on the Blu-ray, the 2 audio commentaries, and you have 3 new interviews, it looks like. You have an interview with the editors. You have an interview with the composer, Christopher Young, who also did Hellraiser, which is pretty cool. And you have a new interview with actor Chelsea Ross, who I guess is also in the film. And then it looks like you got a lot of archival stuff as well, like Kate Blanchett interview Keanu Reeves that I imagine probably came out back in the initial DVD release or something. But yeah, looks like a good release. That's a solid release right there for The Gift. So let me know what you think about it. Did I read off the release date? Let's get into the release date. Oh, that's coming out on December the 3rd. December the 3rd. We also have Rock and Roll High School 45th anniversary edition. I feel like I've heard of this, but I've honestly never seen it. But this is getting a 4K, guys. It's getting an exclusive poster as well. The Gift didn't get an exclusive poster. This is coming out on December the 10th, and it's going to be $35.99 as well. And all this stuff's available to pre-order on the site right now, guys. New 4K scan from the original camera negative. You got a new audio commentary here as well. And it looks like you got a ton of like old audio commentaries on this as well. Like there's a new audio commentary, then there's 4 past audio commentaries. You got Roger Corbin doing an audio commentary on one of them, Clint Howard. So I wonder if Clint's in this movie. And all right, so you got the new 4K scan on the actual 4K disc with the audio commentaries. This too, you got the Blu-ray, which is the new 4K scan, the original camera negative. You got the new audio commentaries, all that stuff. And then disc 3, this is a 3-disc set, guys. You have got all kinds of special features here. You got a new interview with musician and actor Marky Ramone, and Class of 79, 40 Years of Rock and Roll High School revised. So maybe that's some kind of documentary. Back to School, a retrospective. Staying After Class, interview with actors PJ Souls. Oh, PJ Souls in it. That's cool. Vincent Van Patten and Day Young. So yeah, let me know what you got an interview with Roger Corman as well. Now, all that stuff conducted by Leonard Maltin. That's awesome. All that stuff is archival, so there's no telling how old that is. Maybe Scream Factory did this title back in the day. Maybe that's their old features on this. In fact, I feel like Scream Factory or Shout Factory did do this release back in the day. So that might be some of their older features that they did. But this is a 3-disc set, guys. Pretty stacked release for Rock and Roll High School. I just don't know too much about it, but it seems like a pretty cool title. Let's get into another one I know nothing about. This is Aguirre, The Wrath of God. And this is getting a collector's edition with a poster. Again, don't know. I feel like I've seen this image before, though. But again, don't know anything about this movie, but it's getting a 4K from Shout Factory. And it's coming out on December the 3rd, $35.99. New 4K transfer of the original 35mm camera negative. You got new presented in Dolby Vision. And that also has some audio commentaries. New 4K transfer on the Blu-ray. And damn, this thing is pretty bare bones from what I'm seeing. Like, if you're a massive fan of Aguirre, The Wrath of God, like you're not getting the best release right here for this movie because they didn't put anything on it. That's the thing about Scream Factory. Maybe they just didn't announce it yet, guys, because sometimes Scream Factory or Shout Factory will announce stuff and they won't actually reveal the special features. So maybe there will be special features later on down the line, but I feel like they've been getting better at like actually putting the special features on the release when they announce it. So this might be it. But yeah, again, don't know anything about that movie. It looks like some kind of like medieval war film of some type, maybe some mystical, magical elements to it as well. But let's back out and get into something that I can provide maybe a little bit more insight on. And that's Riddick on 4K, guys. This is kind of funny. This is kind of funny just because Arrow Video, they got to be upset. Like there had to be some kind of I don't know, some kind of like bidding war for this. Like, why would Arrow Video not want to get this? Why didn't they snatch this one up? They just did the Chronicles of Riddick on 4K. They did Pitch Black on 4K. Did they just not? Is Riddick that bad of a movie? Because I've actually never seen it, guys. I said I could provide insight. I haven't seen this movie either. But I do know about the Riddick franchise. So with this movie, it's like, why didn't they scoop it up when they scooped up Chronicles of Riddick? Like, I still don't understand why they didn't do some kind of like box set release over at Arrow Video with all 3 of the Riddick films. Because it had been some time since Pitch Black. That was like their first 4K they ever did. back in the day. So, but they didn't get it. Scream Factory or Shout Studios got it. Is this going to be a Scream Factory or Shout? I can't really read on the side, but yeah, I don't know, guys. Let me know. Is this a good one? I might get this somewhere down the line. It honestly depends on how I feel when I watch Chronicles of Riddick, because I haven't watched that yet. If I really like that, I might get this at some point. But yeah, it does get annoying when franchises are broken up between labels. That does get very annoying. The only thing I can say is, maybe Arrow Video can put it out in the UK. Maybe they'll put out Pitch Black, Chronicles of Riddick in a 4K box set in the UK, and that's how they're going to handle it. But yeah, this is pretty interesting. Riddick is coming to 4K. A lot of Riddick love this year for 4K, but you got a new 4K restoration supervised and approved by the writer director David Towie. And this is presented in Dolby Vision. This too, you got the Blu-ray unrated director's cut. But that is cool though, because disc one, I'm now seeing it. Theatrical cut and unrated director's cut, both on 4K. I know people are always wanting that. New 4K restoration supervised and approved by the director. You got new Left 4 Dead directing Riddick, an interview with the director. You got new I Come to Collect Your Head playing Santana, an interview with actor Jordi Malá. New Scared of the Wrong Thing Becoming Doll, an interview with actor Katie Sackhoff. Oh, that's very cool. Katie Sackhoff. She's in The Mandalorian, I believe. And also in Halloween Resurrection. So she's a big time actress coming back to do a special feature for this. That's pretty damn cool. This looks like if you're a Riddick fan, like, I know it's not coming out from Arrow Video. They probably would have done a slightly better job with the special features, maybe a couple more. But this is a good release. I think this is a worthy release for Riddick. You got 3 special features. You got both the theatrical and unrated cut in 4K. And then you got a new 4K restoration supervised right there. Is that disc 3? Oh, you got disc 3 too. So you get 2 Blu-rays, guys. You get one Blu-ray with the unrated director's cut and then all the new special features. Then you get another Blu-ray with a theatrical cut with all of the, I imagine, the past special features, the archival stuff. So that's cool. That looks like a pretty good release for Riddick. I'm not going to lie. That's a pretty decent release for Riddick. So, all right, let's move on to the next one. We got the Golden Harvest Volume 2. This come out on December the 17th. This is another, volume of Kung Fu films, maybe some Shaw Brothers movies, $85.99 for this one. I mean, it looks like it's stacked. You got 1 disc, 2 disc, 3 disc, 4 disc, 5 disc, 6 disc, 7 disc. Oh my goodness. This is an 8 disc set. You got all kinds of new audio commentaries, new features. Like, this thing is stacked. Like, if you're a Kung Fu fan, like, it's good to be in physical media and be a Kung Fu fan these days, because they get a lot of really cool stuff from these labels. But you get a poster with this one as well. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm trying to see like how many movies are in this set. Maybe it's 8 movies since there was 8 discs, but yeah, Golden Harvest Volume 2, Shining Stars. Let me know if you're interested in that. I didn't say when Riddick came out. That was on 12. That comes out on December the 10th. All right, let's get into Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. I think this is where they first met, guys. You got Far and Away. You got Far and Away on 4K. And this is another one I haven't seen. Are we going to get some movies I've seen before? I have not seen Far and Away. Maybe I have. I don't know. I got like vague memories of maybe watching it when I was a kid. But I don't think so. I don't think I've seen Far and Away, but it's getting a 4K release. It's Tom Cruise. It's Nicole Kidman. That's pretty cool. December the 17th for Far and Away. This is a new presented in Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, new 4K transfer of the 35 millimeter interpositive approved by cinematographer Michael Salomon. And yeah, you got Dolby Atmos. Oh my God, you got Dolby Atmos for this? Jeez. This too on Blu-ray, you got new 4K transfer of the 35 millimeter interpositive, new presented in Dolby Atmos, and new Enterprise of Love, the story of Far and Away, a feature-length look back at the making and the legacy of the film, including brand new interviews with director Ron Howard, producer Brian Grazer, writer Bob Dolman, cinematographer Michael Solomon. Oh my God, guys, look, you don't see feature-length documentaries at a Screen Factory or Shout Factory anymore. That is actually really damn cool. for this release. And the fact that they got the director, Ron Howard, to come back and talk about it, that is pretty damn awesome. I will say, like, I haven't seen the movie, but like that's cool. Like that actually entices me to maybe get this when it comes out. Like I do like a good I love documentaries like with the releases, guys. I think that's awesome. Like I prefer those to like just standalone interviews because I can just pop it on and treat it like it's a movie and just watch it. So I like that. That's $35.99 to me. That's well worth it for what you're getting here. And again, that comes out on December the 17th. All right, let's back it out and look. We're getting to the heavy hitters now. The Faculty. This was announced to come out back in April, and now Scream Factory's finally delivering in December, 8 months later. But look, better late than never. Like they had to take it off the slate for whatever reason. To be fair, Scream Factory never officially announced The Faculty. It was never officially announced to come out from Scream Factory, The Faculty on 4K. But there were rumors that it was going to come out in April. Then it never came out. Pre-orders went up, all that other stuff. There was a lot of indication that it was coming. But we finally got it, guys. The Faculty on 4K. But the big question is this a worthy release? Is this a worthy release? Is this what The Faculty deserves? And I'll just go ahead and say it. The Faculty is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's if I was to make a list like top 5 horror films of the 90s, this would be in it. I love this movie. I like it more than Scream. I've always liked it more than Scream. I love this movie from the second I watched it. And I watched it over and over and over again. Every couple of years I watch this movie. Like I just love it so much. The movie itself, I think, is going to look great in 4K. It really is. But I will say, and Scream Factory does a great job. But when it comes to this movie, like it really deserved a little bit more in terms of like extra packaging. Like, where's all the extra slipcovers for The Faculty? Where's the extra poster? Where's the extra trinkets and stuff to go along with The Faculty? This is going to sell like hotcakes. People love The Faculty. So why wouldn't you do it up big and do some kind of like special like package release for The Faculty? Maybe a nice hard box release. Come on, Scream Factory, get into the hard box business like Arrow Video, like Vinegar Syndrome, like your competitors do. Like, why do we have to keep, doing these? Like, it's fine for Far and Away, but like this is The Faculty. And I'll be honest, like I'm happy it's getting a 4K because I want to see this movie in 4K. But this release is below what this movie deserves. It really is. Like it deserves an Arrow Video box set release. And I can only hope, guys, that Arrow Video's got From Dusk Till Dawn. I hope to God they've got From Dusk Till Dawn because I need that movie on 4K for one, but I need that movie chunky box set from Arrow Video. I need that. So Roberts, okay, you work with Scream Factory for this one. Please do From Dusk Till Dawn. You did the El Mariachi trilogy. Do From Dusk Till Dawn with Arrow Video. Please. Okay. The Faculty I would like to Arrow Video to have as well. But Scream Factory, I feel like for The Faculty, it kind of fits. I think it kind of fits for Scream Factory. I think like years ago, I made a video talking about horror movies I wanted to come out from certain labels. And I think I actually talked about The Faculty coming from Scream Factory because it does just kind of fit the label, I feel like. But, they should have done it up big. Extra posters, extra slip covers, hard box release. Like, do it up big for The Faculty because it's such a great movie. Again, directed by Robert Rodriguez, but that comes out on December the 17th. $35.99. I did pre-order from the actual website so I could get this in early. I want to be able to review it for you guys, let you guys know how it is, let you guys know if it's worth it or not. But again, guys, with the special features right here, and I kind of heard about this, you got the new 4K restoration from the original camera negatives approved by director Robert Rodriguez, presented in Dolby Vision. And then you got the Blu-ray, but it looks like it only has 2 new special features. It's like 2 new special features for The Faculty. Like, come on, guys. Like, and maybe they just haven't announced them all. Maybe there's more coming, but I don't know. 2, like if this would have come out from Arrow, they would have done at least 5 or 6. They would have, and they would have got some of the cast to come back and talk about the movie. Not saying Scream Factory didn't try. Maybe they did. But I don't know. It just, this movie It deserves better. It deserves better. Two, an interview with special makeup and creature effects artist Greg Nicotera. I like Greg Nicotera. He does great work. He did a lot of work on The Walking Dead. I think directed some episodes, but and there's great special effects in that movie. But it just deserves better than that, guys. It does. Too Cool for School, an interview with production designer Carrie Whites. And that's all you got. And that's all you got. And I don't know how much this had in terms of like archival features. I'd have to check my Blu-ray, but maybe it didn't have anything. I feel like it should have had something. But no archival features. Like I can only hope that we'll get some more announcements for that because like, yes, I'm looking forward to The Faculty on 4K. I was going to buy this anyway, regardless, because I just want to see the movie on 4K. But the lack of special features does make this feel like a very disappointing release. But I don't know. What do you guys think? And let's go ahead and get into The Dead Don't Hurt. This coming out on Blu-ray. That looks like it has Viggo Mortensen in it. I'm not going to click on that, guys. Let's go ahead and talk about Silent Night, Deadly Night. I'm going to talk about the 4K first. So I did talk about this on the Physical Media Report as well. This was heavily indicated and rumored to be coming to 4K this December, which makes sense. Scream Factory's been doing Christmas titles, I feel like, for the past few years. Did they do one last year? I know they did Black Christmas a couple of years ago. They did Krampus a few years ago as well. I don't know if they did one last year or not, but Silent Night, Deadly Night. Yes, it's cheesy. Yes, it's kind of a so bad it's good movie, but I'm super nostalgic for it. I saw this movie in the video store when I was a kid, rented it, and it was a very early horror film for me. And I watched all the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies. I watched them all again last year for Christmas. Really had a hell of a time watching all of them. And the first one's just super fun. It's got Leanna Quigley in it, and she has a great death scene in the movie. It's got some fun moments. For sure. But when I was a kid, like I was super creeped out. Like the thought it's like Santa Claus like murdering people really like unsettled me. But this is also a movie that I feel like has a lot of aesthetic appeal and will look fantastic in 4K. So I'm excited for that. But there are some disappointing aspects about this as well. This comes out on December the 10th, $35.99. Scrolling down a little bit, guys. You got a new 4K transfer from the original camera negative. And that's the theatrical version. So that's the disappointing thing, guys. The new 4K UHD is the theatrical version. So the other one is the unrated version, and that's on Blu-ray. To be honest, though, I don't know if that's completely disappointing or not, because from what I remember, like most of the stuff they inserted into the unrated cut was stuff that they couldn't restore anyway. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember watching the unrated cut on Blu-ray from Scream Factory. I think I just watched it last year. And when they switched to some of those unrated scenes, they're very, very low quality. Very low quality. So I think that there's scenes that they could not restore. So I don't know if the director's cut needs a 4K. But here's the thing. Like if you want to watch the director's cut, if that's your preferred way to watch the movie, and that has all those scenes in it. Not saying they have to be restored in 4K, but that's the one that you want to watch. So you want to watch the rest of the movie in 4K, right? Yes, it's fine if the quality lowers when you get to those scenes, but you want to be able to watch the rest of the movie in 4K if that's your preferred way to watch the movie, instead of just watching the theatrical cut in 4K and missing those deleted scenes. Or those extra scenes. I do think they should have done the director's cut in 4K and just had those low quality scenes throughout. That's just my opinion. But disc 2 theatrical version on Blu-ray, disc 3 is unrated version on Blu-ray. I will say that they are both, I think, new 4K scans, because the original Scream Factory version of Silent Night, Deadly Night, I do not think had 4K scans on those Blu-rays. They were not 4K scans. So those are new 4K scans on those Blu-rays. So the picture quality will at least be better than the past Scream Factory edition that came out, I think, back in 2016 or 2017, I want to say. So it will be better, but again, it's not going to be an actual 4K with the HDR and the Dolby Vision. So, but let's see, guys. Let's get into it. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of, you know what, guys? This is not a disappointing release. That is a little bit disappointing. The fact that the director's cut or unrated cut is not in 4K, but let's get into these special features. Well, there's a new audio commentary here with author Amanda Reyes in the Hysteria Continues podcast. That is also on the Blu-ray. Then you got New The Night He Came Home for Christmas, which is a play on Halloween. Creating Silent Night, Deadly Night, an interview with producer Scott Schneed. You also have In Search of Charles Seller Jr., Remembering the Director, an interview with editor Michael Spence. Naughty or Nice, 40 Years of Silent Night, Deadly Night, an interview with producers Scott Schneed and Dennis Whitehead about the longevity of the film. So you got 3 new special features, guys. And from memory, the special features on Silent Night, Deadly Night, which are also all included here, were great. They were phenomenal. There was a documentary about the making of the movie. So this thing's stacked. You got, look, people complain about Scream Factory re-releasing stuff. Scream Factory is still one of the only labels I've seen that when they re-release a movie on 4K, they add new special features. They are adding a new audio commentary and 3 new features here. This release is awesome. This is freaking awesome because I didn't even realize that until I scrolled. I just assumed, guys. That's the thing. I don't look at this stuff in advance before I get on here and react to it with y'all. I just assumed that they didn't add special features. I just assumed that they just coasted on the past special features they had because they were great. They were great special features. And to be honest, they were good enough. But we got new special features, 3 new, and a new audio commentary. That is freaking awesome. I think that's freaking spectacular, guys. I don't know what you all think. But again, no 4K on the, on rated cut. Little disappointing. I will say that. All right, let's back up and get into the special package here. I actually got this. I got the novel. They're presenting the novel with this, or the novelization. Now, I think this novelization is fairly new. I think it came out a few years ago, and it sold out very quickly. And I think people were selling it for like $300 on eBay. So the fact that Scream Factory had the good sense to kind of know that this was in high demand and put it out with this is also super cool. And that's kind of why I got it. And from what I hear, it's kind of a different experience than watching the movie. Like they changed some things up in it. So I'm excited to maybe read that at some point. Again, I haven't read a whole lot of stuff, but I do like to collect like movie novelizations and stuff. So I thought that was cool. They added it and they weren't asking a ton for it. It was 30 extra bucks to get it, on this release. Well, actually, I think it was 29 extra bucks because it would have been 36. But yeah, I went and got the novelization with it. Pre-ordered that on the Scream Factory website. Let me know if you did also in the comment section. But I will say they also had the novelization if you just want that for $30. And I don't know if this thing is, it's got 78 in stock, guys. So this thing might go quick. Like I said, it was in high demand before, but they do sell it standalone if you just want that. All right, so we got a Wallace and Gromit set right here, guys. This is running a long time. I had a lot to say about these releases. That comes out on December the 10th. And I don't know too much about this. I guess it's a bunch of Wallace and Gromit cartoons. I didn't expect them to do the Holdovers, but they did the Holdovers on 4K, which is a really great movie that came out last year. I really enjoyed this. That comes out on December the 17th. That is $35.99 for that. Let's see if there's any new features. There's not. There's some older ones that are probably on the Blu-ray, but no features for that one. But that movie will look spectacular on 4K. It's got a nice 70s aesthetic. It's got a lot of snow. It takes place at a boarding school during the winter. It will look great on 4K. So I'm glad that I got a 4K here in the States because I think it already had one over in the UK. And then we got Ted on 4K. Cool to have more comedy on 4K. I like Ted. Will I get this? I don't know. Maybe at some point. I'm not going to get it right away, but I don't even think I have the movie in the collection. I think the movie's okay. I don't love it, but also I haven't seen it since it came out. So maybe I'll like it better now since we don't have good comedies anymore. Maybe I'll appreciate it more. But Ted on 4K, $35.99 for this. And looks like you got a couple new special features here. So that's pretty awesome. And then you got some past archival stuff presented in Dolby Vision. Cool. I mean, I didn't expect them to put new special features on here. So that's actually pretty cool, for Ted. That comes out on December the 10th. And lastly, God, we're still going, guys. This is crazy. December the 10th, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 getting a standalone Blu-ray release. It got that Walmart Steelbook You got the Umbrella version. Now it's getting the standalone Blu-ray release. But that's it, guys. I talked longer than I anticipated about these releases. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you're excited to get from Scream Factory in the month of December. I think it's a good month. I mean, it's pretty good. Like, even though I'm not interested in every one of these releases, I think it's cool that people have options, and I feel like this is really a slate for everybody. Like, everybody has something here, and a lot of these releases are pretty damn stacked as well, except for the one that I would want to be stacked, and that is The Faculty. But thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, turn on bell notifications for all future videos, and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.